Hello everybody, this is the Goofsome Fox coming at you with a match here in the Pale Rider Dullahan Level 2. A 450 cost match here on Arctic Base. And yeah, the Pale Rider Dullahan during the recent anniversary, it had a limited mission where you can get the Level 2 variants of it. Which is strange that took them so long to finally add this, because Pale Rider Dullahan had been in the DP store for some time, so it's weird that it took them so long, but it is glad to finally see that we do have it. And this match here is going to be from when the Woundwort released, which is why I'm going to be using the Hyper Bazooka. Usually I use the Hyper Beam Rifle, but since the Woundwort has no ballistic defense whatsoever, I thought if I ran into one it would probably be a much better alternative to have the bazooka ready on me. Unfortunately for this match here, I don't think there were any Woundworts. In fact, I don't think there were any supports at all this match. If not, they just were sitting in a place where I didn't see them. What I do see right now is a Gym 3 powered, but I'm going to try to fall back for a bit and regroup with my team, because there is somebody up there. Looks like it might be a Jetta of some type. There is a Nero Trainer on this side, as well as a Gazome spawning in, so gonna try to deal with them. There's also an enemy Pixie, so gotta watch out for that. Looks like I'm gonna end up getting separated though. So, yep, not enemy, but my teammate there is going to die, and it's just me now, so don't think I'm gonna make it too far. And making out of here with 737 HP, though I don't think that's gonna last me too long. But, on to the Dullahan here. Yeah, the Pale Rider Dullahan, it is a raid, native to 400, but now at 450, with this level 2 variant. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun to play. You have the Hyper Bazooka as that's your stock primary weapon. You also have two other optional primaries, that being the Bullpup Machine Gun, which I've really never seen anybody use that. In fact, I don't think I've actually seen anybody use the Bullpup Machine Gun on it. And I assume that's probably just because, you got the machine gun, or you got the bazooka, which is a pretty good instant stun. And you also have the Hyper Beam Rifle, that is your third optional weapon. And this is the same beam rifle that the Unit 4 and Unit 5 Gundam can use. Same with the Pale Rider Space type. There's a few suits that I think can equip it, so there's a few options for this one, but those are the main standouts there. And yeah, this is usually my go-to weapon that I use. Again, I only use the Hyper Bazooka this match in the scenario that I'd run into an enemy Woundwort, but the Hyper Beam Rifle is a really good weapon. It does a lot of damage, especially on charge, and if you do get a charge with it, it does do an instant stun. It also has very nice range, so that's why I do like using it, and yeah, it's a very nice weapon overall. Your melee weapon is the Heat Lance, and it's the same Heat Lance that one of the G-Line units use. I forget which G-Line it is. I think it might be the Assault type is the one that uses it. I know it's the raid version that has the Assault Shotgun and the Cannon, so I only assume it might be that variant, but this is a very nice weapon. You have a very long poke, which is very, very nice here. And you might see me get a few swings in with it. You also do have melee combo controller level 2, so you do have 3 melee swings, and it does some pretty decent damage overall. You have some head-mounted Vulcans, and these are your pretty standard Vulcans. Not really too much I can say about them here. And they're Vulcans. You can fire them while boosting, and they do all these standard Vulcan things. And then you have the Shield Gatling, or I think they call them the Guardian Shield Gatling Gun, and this is, well, it's a Shield Gatling Gun, and it is kind of similar to the Gym Guard Customs, but kind of isn't at the same time. I think this version does less damage, and I want to say it fires quicker from my experience. I think this one either it fires quicker or it has less ammo than the Guard Custom. I think it's one of those two, or it might be a mix of both actually. But this is very nice. You have to stop to fire to use this, and it has some pretty decent damage overall. Also really good at getting accumulation stagger, so if you do need to just, fill somebody's suit with lead, that is always a valid option with this suit. And speaking of shields, you have the shield itself. This is considered a double large shield. They don't say extra large, they just say LL, so large shield. And yeah, this is, as you can see, your massive Guardian Shield right there does pretty much block a lot of different attacks. And as I've been saying with shields recently, it's pretty much good against anything that is not a heavy attack. And yeah, this is very nice on this suit because you don't have a dodge roll of any kind on this suit, so having this extra shield for that defense is very nice. You do have maneuver armor, but you know, I'd rather just not take damage at all than just take damage but not get stunned. So I do think that's a very nice thing here. Unfortunately, it still can be quite easy to get stunned, as you saw right there from those Nero's Vulcans. Even if you're crouched, that's kind of the one thing I don't like. I think a while back, the suit did have a skill that made it to where you were crouched, it was harder to get stunned, but then I think when they nerfed the suit in the ye olden days, not too long, I think sometime after it initially released during the Halloween event, I think they got rid of the skill entirely. Either that or they just made a lower level, but I know after that it became much easier to actually stun this thing. That was part of their nerfing of the Dullahan, but that's still pretty handy overall, and you really don't have to stay stationary that long, because again, with the Gatling cannon, you do go through the ammo quickly, so you're really not going to be in like a stationary state for a while. It is very nice just for having an extra defense when you're trying to pursue an enemy. Especially supports, you do. Being a raid, you're going to do that extra damage to supports, and it definitely shows with this one. Again, with the Hyper Beam Rifle, it's just very nice. And real quick, I'm going to try to go into the base here and see if I can find who is planting the bomb. There is somebody there, although I think there is somebody else in here, unfortunately, and I'm not going to be able to get them in time. I think they're actually going to sneak up on me there, and yep, someone's going to get me from behind, and I don't think we're going to get the bomb either, and so it's going to be really up to us trying to get as many points as we can to make up for the score. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Pale Rider Dullahan Level 2. If you've seen my last Dullahan video from a while back, or you've just heard me talk about it in any of my streams, you already know I really like this suit. I think it's like one of the best raids in the game at its cost, and I think at 450, it's a pretty alright suit overall. I think I still like it at native a bit more. At 450, I think there's just a few better things you might be able to get a hold of, but I think it's a pretty competent pick overall, and still a lot of fun to use, especially since I do really like using the suit. So I still think it is fun, and it is a valid option if you did get it from the limited missions. If not, if you have the level 1 of the suit, I'd still say, you know, I do recommend using the level 1 if you have that one as well. But if you do have the level 2, I do recommend giving it a try at least. There's the Nero trainer. And yeah, I'm gonna let the last few seconds play out here, just trying to get some extra kills in. There is the Gazome. Looks like the Gelgoop there is gonna finish him off. I think it's the Gym 3 Power that tried to boost by, and I did my own little tackle, but that's gonna be timeout mission over. Good work's going around there, and let's see how we did with the level 2 Pale Rider Dullahan. And we got top in diversions, and we did beat our ace. Gonna send a few praises around. And 4th place overall with 3 kills and 3 loss. Not too shabby there. And yeah, that's going to do it for this match here in the Pale Rider Dullahan. And yeah, it's again overall very nice for a level 2, I would say. I think for the limited suits, I know when I made my Zeta Zaku level 2 video, I kind of tried to rank them a bit, like kind of my opinions on each one, and I left the Dullahan here out because I didn't have it yet, so I didn't want to put it in the ranking yet, but I think this one can be in the middle. I think I still like the Zeta Zaku level 2 a bit more, with the Jake and D type I think being the lowest in my opinion when it came to those like limited mission reward suits. So I think the Pale Rider Dullahan here does sit in a very well in the middle. But with that, that is going to be the end of this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Pale Rider Dullahan level 2. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.